Today we are in Cologne-Ehrenfeld and want to take an 11-kilometer walk and show you street art here in this district. In 2021, the City League's Urban Art Festival in Cologne-Ehrenfeld, the street art festival, took place for the 6th time. This takes place in Cologne every 2 years. Therefore, the district has a lot of street art to offer. What we want to show you here is actually a commissioned work called MS Ehrenfeld, where an entire residential building was transformed into a ship through painting, and it is actually interesting because it was made by the street art duo Good Luck. In German, luck means varnish in a different spelling, an ambiguity. They are also active under the name Captain Borderline, but then much more social, critical and political. We will see these again many times later. Behind it are John Ives and Ron Voigt. We want to start here and then we'll go through Ehrenfeld. Here you can see street art that goes a bit in the direction of graffiti. If, like here, there were otherwise boring grey walls, that would also beautify a city. Here we have already arrived at the next street art that fills the house wall. They are also called murals. This is a term that is also used frequently. Now we have a nice picture which corresponds to reality. You see two people with mobile phones here who are in their world, but he don't notice that there is a girl standing there and maybe she would be his winning lottery. This picture is called Fallen Angel. Ironically, the Cologne Wikipedia editorial team also met in this building. Right next to it we found this picture with witches. We really like it. It's the colors. The Cologne Cathedral on the back. Let's see what else we can find today. It's kind of a cross between sleepwalkers and witches. Interesting. We have already arrived at the community center in Ehrenfeld, and there are a lot of these murals here. Here you can see a black boy and his shirt says, "I will never say what you want to hear," which certainly still contains a message. Right next to him you can see an insect in nature, and it seems to be watching us through binoculars as we live in our unsightly surroundings. So it continues here, now that the pictures have rather green mottos. Really nicely designed. Speedy Gonzales, yes, I know him from my childhood. Here is the entrance to the community center, and behind it you can already see this very large mural on the wall. Of course, the photorealism captivates that the girl looks extremely realistic, especially from the eyes, and this is the oddity. That is below has a baby body or child's body, and above is a dog. And then the saying, "Without you I wouldn't dare." Here we are behind the community center, and the wall here is also designed accordingly. You can see that it now also has a Cologne-Ehrenfeld coats of arms, and then all the influence that existed in Ehrenfeld. 4711, the parfum. And last but not least, the back wall of the Civic Center. Also very nicely designed with the topic of money and that you want to save yourself somehow. At least that's how I understand it. We are still at the community center, and here's a mural that's more like a mosaic. But below you can see that it's also from the artist's borderline. That is the one we saw at the beginning. If you look closely, you can see that the face consists a city. The Ehrenfeld coat of arms is also incorporated at the top, and the large mural behind it again. Yes, here in Ehrenfeld you can actually find street art at every step, and here we are already at the hanging skinned rabbit by the Belgian artist Raw. It was made as part of the City Leagues Festival, I think 2011. Not for the faint of heart, of course, and not for vegetarians either. Here we are at the Ehrenfeld train station. This mural was designed in honor of the Edelweiss pirates. That means there was a resistance group against the Nazis during the Nazi era here in Cologne, and they were all executed, and in every Edelweiss you can now see the names of those who were executed as resistance fighters. We also went to the festival named in her honor 2 years ago. Yes, unfortunately, the ugly episode of German history. Right next to that is also a part of it. Unfortunately, it is a bit obscure. Below you can see the faceless SS soldiers marching at the time, and above them a ship with the Edelweiss pirates sailing over it. Here is the first passage of the Ehrenfeld train station, and you can now see that the whole thing here was designed in the context of steam engines. That was also the Cologne borderline, and of course it creates a very special atmosphere. Here they wasn't quite so social critical. As a result, the second name of the artist is Good Luck. We are now on our way to the Helios building. There was a large lamp factory here in Cologne, and they also made bulbs for lighthouses, which is why there is this lighthouse here. They tested it in the tower whether the lights were working. Otherwise, of course, it didn't make much sense here because, of course, we don't have a sea here, and the Rhine isn't particularly helpful now either. We hope you enjoyed the first part of our walk.